All right. Next song, Glad to Be Here, and I so am. Edit. Okay. All right, next song, Glad to Be Here. Let me show you a little something with that. The rhythm to that one is this kind of cheesy, bouncy, clean. It starts off with a bass thing going. In between those, with an up, you're gonna hit the chord. Now, one thing you want to do when you're doing that kind of thing is to keep the notes very staccato, and the way to do that is to just not even press down, except for that moment that you pick, and you hit it just for that, and then take it right off. So, you don't want to hold it down, because then you get... So you want to use this hand to stop the notes, rather than this one, because then you would have to go like that, and you'll just be smacking all over the place. We don't need that. So, with this hand, that is your first exercise with this, is I want you to just go like this. If you look close, zoom in people, zoom in. Okay, if you look real close at what I'm doing here, is I'm not pressing down and picking, I'm actually resting on the string, and I'm only pushing down like that as I pick. And it keeps the note tight. If you want to keep it tighter with your pick, after you pick it, immediately put the pick right back on the string and stop it with, just by getting it sort of in between your finger and the pick. So doing both, you'll keep a nice, tight, clean note. Over here, same kind of thing. You don't want to press down and then try and stop it with this hand. You want to just pick and press down here. And if anything, letting a note ring out almost feels like an accent at that point. So if everything is just boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, bop, boom, boom, having that one ringing instead of going, feels like it's little something extra. And you want to do that. The most important thing with rhythm is keeping good dynamics and that kind of stuff. You don't want to just play to a rhythm. You want to play with certain nuances and inflections and all those fancy words. So, slowly. Ring it. Everything else. Quicker. Something like that. So, all right, so that that's something to fuck around with. The little bounce. Here I will give you an exercise. Good grammar. Here I will give you an exercise with the same kind of idea of just pushing down the fingers where you need them. Okay. Picking. Just go like this. You want faster? We'll do it different. One string, we're going to go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, or it's kind of different. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, and then just with any finger, just hit on the first of those 8 hits. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, easy enough, right? And then switch to the second one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and just keep changing it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and go through a whole bunch of stuff and then do it with 2 notes. Start off with 1 and 2 and 3, then 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and go through every combination. There should be 16 combinations you should have if you do that, going through all of that crap. So So you got, let's say, I'm going to go through a bunch of them. Ready? 1, 2, 4. And then. As you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're only pressing for that one hit and you're off by the next pick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Like something like that. You want to make sure you don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So you got to stop it in between. Like that. And I'm going to write down for you guys like all different combinations for these people watching to go through. Cool? Yay. All right. And then once you've done it with single notes, do it with chords. Just take any chord, take a bar chord, and do the same thing. And you want to get real fancy? All right, let's take it to one more step now. With this hand, I want you to go like this. All right? Accent a little harder on the first of the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. As you go through it and you're on the 3 of it, I want you to take this part of your hand and smack it down a little bit, almost like you're making a beat, where the 1 is a kick, and that's the snare on the 3. And add that to everything that you're doing here. So you got yeah. So you just want to keep making the rhythm more rhythmic with your body, you know? So yeah, cool, yay, nice, aha. Okay, that's actually another song that goes through the whole rhythm thing. Doing the, and kind of hitting it down to give it more of the. And it's using all of those things that we talked about, stopping the notes and giving it a little drum beat here. If you don't do that, all you end up with is. And that just doesn't feel like enough, you know, so. Then you do the same thing when the chords kick in. Solo. All right. What the hell did I do for that fucking solo, and why do I make solos that are so damn ridiculous that I don't even know what I did after I did it, and then I gotta figure out what I played for you guys? Shit. All right. Let me think about this. I know it started off with a bend, starting off real high up on the 22nd and just taking it to the high, and just. And bringing it down, and you want to get a little bit of extra shit in there and then let it go, so that you need that tension. You need other notes in there with it like that as you bend, because it's got to clash, it's got to hurt a little bit when it's going through all the gritty little saturation tube things in the amp. So, kind of like that. And then it goes into a, what is it? A pentatonic minor E scale. These are the notes. More volume. And here's what I do with it. I pick like that, and then I go here. The picking of that, though, here's the thing. Every time I'm switching strings and I'm heading up, I'm going an up to an up or a down to a down. So instead of going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, I'm going down, up, down, up, down, down, up, up. like that. It's just one less movement, and you can just kind of glide it a little bit. Then down, up, down, down. Same. Wait, I'm starting to remember. Hang on. Okay. That's what happens first. I remembered. Cool. Okay, watch the picking. Right there. Same thing here. Move it down one. Here. Up and up. There. Down. Like that. I can't do it fast. It's gonna suck. But let me take it a little bit faster. I think I did it a little different, but you get the idea. So that is a little picking exercise that we can start with based on that solo. Take a scale. You know that scale. Then we're going to take it to these notes. And we're going to go like this. It's going to go down, up, and then when we're going in between the strings, down, up, up. And then going this way, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. Like that. So sloppy, it sucks. That's why you gotta practice it. So that is the little picking exercise that I want you all to try and get down. Yeah. So the solo starts with that. You got your nasty, crying out, painful bend, and then it jumps into down here, and then I believe it went to a little B arpeggio, B major, and it jumps up to another E minor blue pentatonic thing skipping around. So yeah, to that, and then it went, I think, to a little fingery and tap. Then I flip this real quick. Need more drive to really get it out. Just a lot of stupid noises. Goes into. I'm using this thing. I should explain what I do with this. Try and edit out all my bullshit yapping in between stuff, man, because it's just gonna kill people. A little bit about this thing. When you're on the neck pickup, now the pickup really only picks up the sound before it to there. It doesn't pick up the sound after it. Example of what I'm talking about. Notes, notes are gone. So, what I do with this is I use it to sort of, as if I was moving the bridge this way. I go like that. You can only get that with this. If you do it with this pickup, you're only going to have this much room to make that happen. Not much, as opposed to. So, that's how that works. So at that point, I was flipping up to here, and I went up to, and I kind of, and I think I did what was it? I'm trying to remember the shit like with the camera on. It sucks, man. Something like that. Something like that. I don't know. You know, I only practice my shit when I got a tour. Otherwise, I try and forget it and just think about other things. Because, like, after you spend 9 months in the studio working on the stuff, the last thing you want to do is play it again. So, but anyway, for the purpose of showing you people, you know, what the hell I'm doing, yeah. So. With the picking like that.